что это такое Phygital, расскажет генеральный директор Cyberdome Сергей Kalmykov. Ваши аплодисменты. Сергей, привет.
Да, привет. Я сразу контент чуть-чуть. Вы что-то про контент говорили?
Я снимаю.
Тоже. Ага,
и сейчас
нормально.
врезаюсь в камеру, я облетаю. Снимаю. Что такое Phygital?
Phygital — это микс Physical и Digital, собственно говоря. То, что
Так,
мы...
Physical — это приседаешь, а Digital — это что-то делаешь онлайн,
Ну,
да?
стол физический, а картинку, которую ты сейчас снял, она цифровая. Вот. И весь мир состоит из микса двух вещей. Причем настолько, что сейчас практически, половину. Я просто слышал.
So basically, like I've heard somebody was saying, a lady was sharing like that 8 hours of sleep,
Хотя бы ты
8 hours of work.
8 жить. Мне 43.
Спасибо.
I'm 43. Okay.
А ты шестой
No one,
не смог поделиться.
you're a sixth speaker. No one shared this secret information. What do you think about 8 hours sleep, 8 hours of work, and 8 hours of your personal life?
Ну, я вообще про work balance думаю, что как бы...
I think about the work balance that it should be towards work as much as you can.
Той закалки.
Yeah, as much as you can.
Да.
While you can.
Про Phygital получается, что если... Окей,
So Phygital, it looks like, okay, if we remove 8 hours sleep out of this time, exactly half we do not live in real world. Average Russian person spends
то есть...
8 hours of screen time. I mean, half of our life, we do not live in the real world. And we pretend that everything is like, so we live in a cyber kind
Кстати, оба мира...
of space.
Что такое Cyberdome?
In the cyberspace. What is a cyberspace, cyber house?
Об этом есть много разных мнений.
And there are lots of different opinions on that. On one hand,
Пространство, в котором живет...
this is a space
С другой стороны...
where there's like a cyber
которая объединяет...
community or a business place combining many people when they build a safe future for people and technologies. This is also a place where new cultures are being kind of raised. But if you kind of bundle it all together, cyber house, Cyberdome, it's a digital tool of change and thinking. How big is your community now?
У нас там 300 плюс.
Now it's 300 plus people.
Быстро, я думаю, к концу...
We're growing rapidly. I think by the end of this year, it's going to be like 1,000 people.
Подписанных
You know,
резидентов, которые являются резидентами.
Those are signed residents of the cyber house. What do they do? Those residents, like athletes, gamers, or
Мы, кстати, да, вдруг еще расскажем, мы на Кибербез фестивале, да?
also because it's a cyber security, not a gaming, but it's
Кибербезопасность, ну,
cyber security, cyber sec, right?
ну, как-
Yeah.
мы
Yeah.
сейчас с вами на самом крупном
So we are at the biggest cyber security, not a gaming, but cyber security festival. And the guys who are sitting at the standoff, they are not playing games. They're hackers, some attacking, some defending.
Это
Somebody's playing checkers. It's a cybersecurity. It's analog game.
Вот, а что ты спрашивал?
Про комьюнити.
What do you ask about community? Yeah,
Они...
neither gamers nor athletes. They're IP, information security guys. They're working high tech in different fields, and some of the guys from the business, but their businesses very connected to the digital from different areas, fintech, banking,
Мы сейчас говорим только про...
white hackers. I'm speaking only about white hackers. Yeah, because one of the goals of the cyber house is to make a white hacker like a new hero. Because our time demands real life, down-to-earth kind of heroes. And I think white hackers have every chance to become heroes like that. And not
Человека-паука,
instead of, Spider-Man, Ant-Man.
Пару слов.
Please tell me a couple words, Sergey, about your running shoes. Yeah.
оригинальный кастомный мерч Кибердома.
Можно я посмотрю?
Well, this is like a customized merch of the cyber
Тут
of the cyber house. It says cyber house,
Да.
enthusiast, cyber enthusiast.
Кибербезом.
obsessed, and okay, the house which has been built by us,
Тут еще написано
So if you ever taken this one, it also says, yeah,
удочки, чего, креатив.
stop something like a creative. What does it mean?
Да, это точка П.
What does it mean? It's called stop
Чего креатива.
stars like something or creative. There are a lot of creative people around us, like super creative people. Yeah, the younger ones, and they're always like doing creative, and then you gotta say stop, no more creative stuff. Like don't do this. You gotta do stop being creative, start doing it. So stop this kind of like freaking creative, freaking. That's good. I'm doing it.
Вот это что такое?
Phygital.
What is this?
Плюс digital.
It's digital, physical plus digital.
Микс двух слов. Physical.
It's a mix of two words. Physical, phygital. Phygital is a mix of physical and digital. What is it when we speak about physical aspect in our country? Well, physical, like you mentioned about checkers, for example, it's a physical world, physical game. When you're playing on a wooden table with a wooden. How about soccer? Soccer is. But digital, everything that happens in the cyber world, on the other side of the screen, blue screen. On the other side of the screen, you live 50% of your life. How did we arrive to this kind of combining things that cannot be combined? It just happened by itself, We were a little bit behind. And what Cyberhouse does, the way people live today, our brain in 40,000 years basically has not changed. Really, it's a fact. In terms of, neurophysiology. But the world has changed a lot. The amount of information is infinite right now. The amount of connected devices, and there are several billions. We're always connected to someone. But inertia, we behave as if like none of this has happened. We are making like two keys, locks and open up, and we're just trying to dodge icicles. We are living in real world, but at the same time, look at these guys and gals. Look at them. But, some of them right now probably they have the password 111 on your phone. Lift up your hand. Anybody has like a password 1111 password? It's it's bad. It's bad. Or kind of or they send the ICCV of a grandma to the messenger, or so you're condemning people. No, but you know what? You behave as if you live in a real world, but in a digital world, like as if nothing threats you. But those risks in the cyberspace, in terms of your data, your finances, and your reputational losses, they could be so much more than even in the physical world. Remember Zuba? What? What do you mean?
Нет, давай вспомним.
Okay, never mind. No, tell me. Okay, there was an information leak about the best goals that he scored. It caused some reputational losses for him, okay?
За счет чего вы,
Now, how
я
do you guys,
не обращаю внимания.
I'm just looking at that. Yeah, don't pay attention. How do you guys change people's thinking? How do you impact? Because you were saying, okay, our brain has not changed, but we're using all the passwords like 111.
Одна цифра в пароле.
My password is like only one different.
Ты уже продвинутый
Я
такой.
уже
Да.
Oh, you're advanced guy. Oh man,
как у меня.
cool. But my wife has identical password as myself. It's worse. It's worse
Наверное. Или для тебя.
for her or for you,
Но не для наших детей, потому что они...
but not for our kids.
Как вы
Because they're from the future. So how do you explain to such a slow-waste like myself that you need to change something? It's a great question. Great question.
Сейчас задал.
Yeah.
Да.
Yeah, warming up the audience.
Человек,
You see,
для него
humans,
сложные, непонятные темы.
humans,
И, безусловно, кибербезопасность
if,
относится к таким темам.
cybersecurity is a very complex, difficult topic. Important, trendy, but complex. There is no use to try to explain them through the kind of a stupid presentation of 85 pages. No, it doesn't make any sense. You cannot mime it. It's too hard. That's why you need to appeal to what any person is making sense. Emotions, impressions, feelings and triggers. And that's why when you take such a difficult, complex, difficult topic, you're trying to explain it, you are trying to a little bit catch their internal, emotional structures, their heart, their soul, they soften up and things are much, much easier. You gotta let them try, feel, see, touch, and I know it's hard to imagine, but even this is what we do. We let people give them like a full sensory experience to try cybersecurity,
Но только legal.
like a Phygital. Yeah, no,
What?
Legal.
No.
Legal, man.
only legal, only legal.
То есть без, то есть
What is legal? I mean, we are using only our enthusiastic hearts and our shining eyes to move people into a transformation stage. What gives them this stage? Clarity. What is clarity? Clarity gives you calm, peace of mind, safety, and control over the situation globally. If the cyber house is going to be growing, like how many members in the community could be? It could be many because cyber house is going to be not just one. We want it, by the way, because we have a program of development for 10 years, 10 cyber houses in 10 years. This is what we've adopted in our company. And if you combine them, like a cyber houses will be exchanging their expertise and knowledge and basically be like a one single community. We're talking about tens of thousands of people. So industry has to grow. No, wait. We're speaking not only about Russia.
Она вынуждена будет разрастись,
And it will have to grow
все об этом говорят.
because in addition to the lack of the professional people, the world is being digitized even more. The surface of attacks and risks are many, so we're lacking high-quality professionals who can defend a company, individual, and a country. There are some countries, they are only in the beginning of their path of digitizing.
Мы, собственно говоря, можем им показать, как
And taking our country as an example, we can tell them how we can build cyber sovereignty in one country. But if we are speaking about the generational dialogue, people from different generations, like environment, protection, ecology, ecology. Yeah. This is quite a difficult topic for adults. And even on the government level, it's been advertised and explained and popularized among teenagers, because teenagers catch it faster. How do you explain this kind of difficult topics to people from other generations? Like, what's the difference to explain it to just a young 20-year-old from a 40-plus-year-old?
Я что-то так задумался,
Okay.
да, над этой пропастью в поколении.
Yeah, you made me thinking about this kind of generation gap.
Чтобы была пропасть меньше, ты зашел, снимая,
To bridge this gap,
что происходит.
you came in like filming on your gadget. I want a 20-year-old, 15-year-old.
Это могло выглядеть как кринж, но они живут с тем.
This could look like a cringe, but they live with a phone. If you take away their phone, it's like a cut your arm.
Важно очень выстраивать все-таки.
I think it is important. We do have some issues with that. I mean, losing connection between generations. It is very important to build it back, because fathers can tell a lot to their kids, teenage kids, and vice versa. We need to build conditions for them to be able to share with one another what they are worried about. It doesn't matter, you live in a pre-digital world or in a digital world like right now, and by building this kind of a cyber house, digital environment, what I was saying, when somebody comes to a conference on the information security and
Информационная безопасность.
Да, ну это же кибербес, просто более слово.
cybersec.
Таких геймеров.
Нет, да, это
No gamers. No. It's a cybersecurity, positive hack days, hack days,
Спасибо.
hack for better life.
Так вот, когда у тебя
And so, when you have like your parents and child, they come to a digital kind of environment, they see their own things, like you're saying, 40 plus guy comes in and he sees like Led Zeppelin vinyl, and immediately, okay, it's a British band, Led Zeppelin.
Спасибо
Give
большое.
me a hug. Yeah, thank you so much.
Ой, чуть не упал. Led Zeppelin, я бы сказал.
Almost fell down.
Звучит круче.
Led Zeppelin, almost like Zeppelin. And they have like a mental picture. They get some kind of story. Oh, I was young. I listened to this music, emotion, connection, some kind of anchors. And this turns out to be like a big story for his son. Son by seed, like coming to cyber field, Polygon, and seeing some model of hackers attack, how it's been fended off, implemented, investigated, what was happening, and they kind of see more details about this information, and they can tell to the dad, and also spark interest of the dad. And so this is how the dad understands what to do. And in this dialogue, first of all, you kind of build back this gap between generations, especially when we speak about some kind of like a tough teenage years, when you lose any communication. And on the other hand, you get this generational gap people share, and you do not lose the experience of the previous generation, but you build up on the previous experience. Like succession of generations, right? Everybody strives for that. Yes, but you gotta achieve it, you gotta get it through being able to feel it.
Что может быть еще жестче?
You've taken off your shoes, what else can you do? Which will be more tough than that.
Провалы. Были ли какие-то
The
идеи?
question about failures. Do you have any ideas or projects or whatever concepts which have failed, didn't work?
Историю рассказать?
Or maybe you can tell us some story about your love life. Of course. Of course. Those fuck-ups, they do happen. They do happen because, well, we are moving forward quite fast, and now our country has a huge window of opportunity, also in cybersecurity and in the high-tech world in general. And we are capable now of building cool products which have a super expert potential in Russian tech industry. But to do all of that, we gotta move very dynamically. If you move dynamically, if you experiment, you do what no one has done before, you are making mistakes. And, well, and I think that like most of the failures were connected to or could be explained by of how people tried, we call it make us look stupid, make us look stupid. Dupe us, like people were making something like for 20 years, and then you tell them, hey, you gotta do it differently, but people still trying to do it the way they've done before, and it doesn't work. Give an example like a building industry, construction. When building a cyber house, many of our fuck-ups were related to builders, because when you do not make them do what you need, they do a bad job, they do a shitty job. And to avoid it, you need to be there, you need to look over their shoulder, you need to study the project 24/7, or they're trying to always go back to this kind of mediocrity and the way of doing things, like the old way of doing things. And of course, you're missing something. Again, if I'm saying like you're moving fast, and still you gotta redo and do over. Are you an architect? Yeah, I'm architect of impressions. What does it mean? It means that, architect is the one who is building beautiful buildings. But you are saying, yeah, I'm an architect of impressions. I'm building or leaving people with certain moments which they'll be remembering in the end of their lives, in the very end of their lives. That sounds like a futuristic kind of movie. And when building impressions, a physical architecture, I mean the building or interior design, are also an element to that. So conceptually, I'm a part of it. But, I'm being helped by professional architects who can visualize those concepts which pop up in my hand. But to simplify it, what does architect of impressions do, and what kind of tools you're using?
Обнимаю, это я уже запомнил.
Да,
Like I touch, I hug, okay, that's cool.
Сидишь на правильном
You
стуле.
pat the wall, you're sitting on the right chair.
На мысли, когда я ехал на эскалаторе в метро,
And when I was on the escalator in the metro, it was like in the winter time. I realized that I was just I touched the fur coat of the woman I didn't know. Give me more details. Give me more details. There was a woman in front of you on the escalator, on the VDNK metro. I was going up, and I was just touching the fur. I know this kind of fur.
Интересно, где-то вверх.
That's interesting. In the upper part or in the lower part.
просто трогаю мех.
Yeah, I was just touching the fur, not touching her. I was just touching the fur. She did not notice.
Я трогаю чужого.
And I realized, wow, I'm touching somebody else, the person I don't know.
Я бы сказал, да,
But
коуч на моем месте.
like, did it resonate with you, as somebody would say in my place? Okay.
Делать архитектор впечатлений.
Смотри,
So what do you do as an impressions architect? Okay, you have
состояние, в котором
a certain like a goal-oriented state you want to put a person in for in a certain span of time. For example,
Это он сказал, что
they have to sign a contract.
у тебя
это я
It's they decide. No,
писать контракт.
I want him to do this. Yes, you want them. Somebody who came to Cyberhouse to sign a contract. Do you know anything about NLP? Yes, but NLP is old. NLP is just it's like a verbal part.
Серьезно заставляете людей быть.
So you are making people like to become new people.
потому что
Yeah.
со старыми людьми не, ну, как
Because when you work with old people, you cannot change things with old people. So it's all legal, right? It's all legal. So what do you do
представь, я,
as an
например,
architect?
ты
Just
приходишь с
imagine.
человеком,
You come over
твоя задача
with somebody, and your goal, your business goal, is to sign a contract with them.
потому что ты ему
And they do not want to do it because you're trying to cram some kind of piece of shit on them,
с таким уже пришел, прям вот.
And they came like, okay,
Если ты с ним приходишь там в какое-то
like a no.
кафе или в какой-нибудь
If you'll come to a kind of cafe or a negotiation office, like a conference room, probably it's going to be a failure.
и все,
Острова.
But if I take him to an island,
не будешь
it's also possible.
возить, да? Ну,
But you're not going to take all of them to an island. So when you bring them to a space where the chairs are comfortable,
до него
that means that
проходит не только через голову,
they comprehend your product not only mentally but also by sitting on the chair.
Первое. Второе. Вы находитесь
Secondly, you are in such a space where there's not like a 4,000 lumen, a kind of bluish lamp, but like 2,000 lumen, like a fire, kind of home fire. So far, you're speaking about design. Next, smells.
например,
If you've studied your potential client, the smell of fresh bread inside, because they like it and they grew up in the kind of fields of rye near Vologda, and they get like the best memories.
Белые хакеры.
And white hackers give you information about that, right? About this kind of personal profile. Well, usually your counterpart in this example, who came with this kind of business assignment, business task, they can share this information.
Заканчиваем.
Уже, что ли?
А чё?
Let's finish up. Yeah, why not? Why not?
А сколько? 12?
That's a cool topic, 12 minutes. What?
А сколько?
No,
На 12 минуте я только ботинок снял правый.
not 12 minutes. I took off your shoe in somebody else.
Почитать. Я теперь тоже буду.
What is going after us? I'm also going to be in digital. No,
Поэтому мы до 25-го
будем
можем
сидеть.
тут быть. Нет?
Но мы будем до 25.
we are going to spend here tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, 24th and 25th. And these are like very good chairs. Yeah, this is better.
А, вон, 6:13.
Это не наше с вами время.
No, 6:13. No, that's the wrong time. This is time for ads and kind of for stretching your legs and stuff like that. Okay, do you want to do blitz or do we just finish up? I want to have a personal conversation with you.
Клиентов.
I have a couple of clients of mine. Anyway, friends, are you ready?
Читаю вам в формате
I'm reading this kind of digital format questions for you.
Путешественники по кибервселенной.
Those who travel along the cyber universe. And with this, I want to say goodbye. But our program is not done yet. We will have a meeting over the galaxy, shining in the space for over 30 years.
Галактикой, которая...
And this is the galaxy. It's not about your age. You're 40, 43, right? You're 43. I'm 34.
34, 43, you know.
Да, да.
You know, 43, 34. And such a huge gap between us. Yeah, such a huge gap.
А хлеб какой?
Cashew in the rye. Cashew in the rye. And what? Rye bread, cashew in the rye.
Давай.
Yeah, I want to make a couple of steps back and say, hey, galaxy. A galaxy which is very unique in its composition, made of modern sci-fi,
Голоса
hypnotizing voice of Vladislav Kopp, and electronic music of DJs Michael Gabovich and Andrei Edison.
никуда не расходитесь. Только мы
Don't go away. We're going to continue.
4 минуты 40 секунд.
Stay with us.
18:00 прямо
We'll begin at 6 p.m. right here on this stage. There'll be a literature product assembly model.
Спасибо большое за ваше внимание.
Okay, thank you very much for your attention and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.